Shelby from WW11 Mama, and this video is the top movies you should watch before you go to Walt Disney World. This list was very hard for me to narrow down. There are some that could be honorable mentions, like Peter Pan and Winnie the Pooh, and I may do a future video about that. I'm not sure. I will do a blog post about that. That I definitely know. I tried to pick movies that have influences in different parks, not just one. Except for the last one, it's more than one, because someday it's going to take over the world. We should just all accept this. It's going to happen hopefully soon. We do have a parking garage that took 18 months to build, so we're not sure, and I bet you can guess what I'm talking about. But that is at the end. So, let's get started. Number one on my list is Beauty and the Beast. And you should notice, I should have said this before, that 3 out of the 5 are princess movies. Disney has marketed that. That is their thing. They are very princess oriented. I wish they added more boy stuff, but hopefully that will get to the end. But my daughter likes boy stuff too, so I guess. And my son has a thing for Ariel, so I mean, in my family it works out, but that's just how it is. Okay, so anyway, Beauty and the Beast. In the Magic Kingdom, you have Enchanted Tales with Belle, which is in Fantasyland, and that is a play. It's interactive. The children can take part in it. Some adults can take part in it, participate in it. It's really cute, and then at the end, the participants have a brief meet and greet and get their picture taken with Belle in the yellow ball gown. It is a must if you have a princess in your group, and even if you don't, you should do it at least once because it is really cute and it is magical. There are some elements to it that are amazing. So right next to Enchanted Tales with Belle would be Our Guest restaurant. And I mentioned this before about one of the best places to have dinner in the Magic Kingdom. It's in a previous video, which I will link down below. But Be Our Guest restaurant, you'll see the teeny tiny little castle up on top of the mountain, and the restaurant is obviously in like the base of the mountain. And there are 3 rooms in the restaurant. There is the ballroom, the West Wing, and the library. During breakfast and lunch, it is quick service. It is considered to be quick service. And at dinner, it's table service. Now, just because it's quick service, they still take reservations. And if you want to eat at Be Our Guest, you have to make reservations 180 days out from the beginning of your trip, or have your travel agent do it. I have seen people being turned away. One gentleman went up on our last trip and asked the lady, there's like a little, I don't want to call it a kiosk, but a little thing where you check in before you go onto the bridge. And he asked the lady, when is the next available table? And she said, 6 months from now, because it's very popular and it's really neat inside, and the atmosphere is amazing, and the West Wing is my favorite place to eat if you get to choose. During dinner, because it's table service, they usually seat you, and we have eaten in the ballroom, which is also lovely. It can be a little loud, but at dinner, the Beast makes an appearance, and he will walk through the ballroom, and he will wave, and then he'll go to his study on the side, and then as you're done eating your dinner, you may go to the study and have a meet and greet with the Beast and get your picture taken. And it's nice because it's staggered, because not everybody finishes eating at the same time, so there's usually not a long wait. Also in Fantasyland is Gaston's Tavern. In Gaston's Tavern, they did a really nice job with it. It looks like Gaston decorated it. It has antlers everywhere, and the chandeliers are made out of antlers, and Gaston's portrait's hanging over the fireplace, and it's really cute. It's a great place to just have a seat and relax and grab a snack. LeFou's brews, not bad. And they have cinnamon rolls that are no joke. I mean, they're not messing around with these cinnamon rolls. They are huge, usually to be shared. Because, well, maybe not. But they are really big. Next to Gaston's Tavern, like directly across, there is a little store that is French oriented. They sell a lot of Beauty and the Beast things. Next to that is where the meet and greet for Gaston is. And that I also went into detail on magical character interactions, and I will link that down below also, because that meet and greet, that should be on the top of your list, because that meet and greet is just absolutely incredible. It is Gaston. He walked right out of the movie. It is a must-do. With or without kids, it doesn't matter. You have to meet Gaston. Next stop for Beauty and the Beast would be Epcot. And in Epcot, you may meet Belle in the blue dress that you see her in, mainly in the movie, with the white apron in France. And that is an outside meet and greet, usually down by the water. She's very lovely, as Belle would be. And you can also get your picture taken with her if you are dining at Akershus in Norway. Now, Akershus in Norway has I want to call it a traditional American breakfast. It's scrambled eggs and potatoes and bacon and sausage, and it's served family style, so they just sit down in front of you, and there you go. Lunch and dinner are Norwegian food that you order off of a menu. It's a very good restaurant to eat at, especially if you have a princess lover. When you first walk into the restaurant, you will be ushered over, and you will get to your party gets to meet Belle in her beautiful yellow gown, and you get a beautiful picture taken with her. And finally, Hollywood Studios. Hollywood Studios has the Beauty and the Beast live on stage show in Sunset Boulevard over by Tower of Terror. It is a Broadway style show. It is incredible with the costumes and the singing. It's like an abbreviated version of the movie. The theater is huge, so I would not waste the Fastpass on this, and you can also bring food in if you like. So it makes it nice so you can go in, and it's not air conditioned because it's an amphitheater. But they do have fans running, and it is shaded, and it's a really nice, relaxing show, and it's put on so well. The cast is always incredible. Next movie up is not just one movie, it is 3. Would be the Toy Story series. I know you don't have to, I guess you kind of don't have to watch them in order to know what's going on. But, I mean, I've seen all 3 of them many, many times. So in the Magic Kingdom, you have Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin, in which you get into a little car, and you have a laser pointer, and you aim it, and you help Buzz battle the evil Zurg and save the galaxy. And you shoot targets all over the place and try to become a galactic hero, which I've tried. I cannot do. My son, when he was 3, did it, and then again when he was 5, he did it. I know you have to certain targets to be able to do it, and I should look it up, because there are websites where you can look it up to figure out what you need to hit to get your points, but I haven't done that. So anyway, it's really cute. And then if you're walking into Tomorrowland and Buzz is on your right, when you go right around the corner, there is a Buzz Lightyear meet and greet that is really fun. And usually the line is not long. It's usually only long after like Monsters Inc. gets out or something like that, because usually people don't know. He's kind of tucked back in there. So that is really cool. Next up would be our favorite ride in Hollywood Studios, and that would be Toy Story Midway Mania. This is more of an updated version of Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin, where you're in a car, but you're back to back. So there's 2 people here and 2 people here, and a divider in the middle. And it is like carnival style games, and you have a laser pointer. It's a shoot and aim style game, and your goal is to hit targets and pop balloons and all that stuff to get points and win. Is 3D, and well, I guess it's considered 4D because it blows air at you, like when you pop balloons and stuff like that. That is a good use of your Fastpass at Hollywood Studios, unless you want to ride like that with Rock and Roller Coaster. Those are the 2, because if you can hit one at Rope Drop, then Fastpass the other one, and vice versa. Right across the way from that would be the Buzz and Woody meet and greet, which is in like The line is really fun to walk through. There's a bunch of stuff to get your picture taken with and everything. So it makes the wait a little bit bearable. And then you get to meet Buzz and Woody at the end. And also walking through Pixar Place are the Green Army Men from the movies. So you can walk up to them and they'll have, the kids salute and you can get your picture taken with them too. So there are lots of Toy Story. So, and then in the future, they're building what I'm currently calling Toy Story Land. I'm sure it will have another name. So that will be a whole other, that will just open up a lot more Toy Story. And I guess, and they're trying to focus more on boys, even though I know girls like it too, but it's not princesses. So that is just going to be a wonderful addition to Hollywood Studios. Next movie is The Little Mermaid. This is my son's favorite princess. Just a little information. So in the Magic Kingdom, Little Mermaid has a meet and greet where she is in her mermaid attire. So that is rare because usually she's in her gown at the end, the greenish gown that she wears. So the meet and greet is great. And it's also a great use of a Fastpass too because that line is boring. Under the Sea, Journey of the Little Mermaid ride, where you board a clamshell and it takes you through the movie really, in a quick way. You go underwater. It looks like you're going underwater and you're with everybody and Sebastian, and it's a great ride. It's nice and relaxing. Even the line for the ride is adorable. There is a little game you can play with a crab and he disappears and he brings things out to show you, and it's really cool. We have also met Ariel at Cinderella's royal table, and she is in her dress, her gown, and she'll come by, take pictures, so that's a great place to meet her as well. There is also Prince Eric's Village Market, and that is near the giant King Triton statue, and is a place where you can pick up snacks. They have fresh fruit and hummus and fresh vegetables. So if you're looking for a healthier snack, that is a great place to stop and check out. In Epcot, we have also met Ariel at Akershus. She has been one of the princesses in rotation there also. I know that they change them up sometimes, but every time that we have been to Akershus for breakfast or dinner, had the chance to meet Ariel. And finally, in Hollywood Studios, she has her own show. And it is a Broadway-style show that takes you a little bit through the movie, and she sings, and it's really cute, and it's dark, and it's air-conditioned, and it's a great spot to just have a little afternoon break. The next movie is, of course, Cinderella. The castle in the Magic Kingdom, after all, is her castle. So the movie had to be included in this. And she has Cinderella's royal table, also in the which is the restaurant in the castle. So when you walk into the restaurant, you will meet Cinderella in the foyer downstairs first thing in her beautiful gown, and you will get your picture taken with her, and then you will head upstairs for your meal. In Princess Fairy Tale Hall, there's also the Cinderella meet and greet. Currently, I believe she's meeting with Sleeping Beauty, but rumor has it that Elena of Avalor will soon take Sleeping Beauty's place and be meeting with Cinderella. In the very center of Fantasyland is Prince Charming's Regal Carousel, which is a merry-go-round. And it is a great ride that everybody can ride, kids and adults. If you're lucky, you get to ride Cinderella's horse, which is the horse with the gold ribbon on its tail. The other place where you can find Cinderella is not in a park. It's at the Grand Floridian Resort, and it is 1900 Park Fair Dinner. Now, the dinner is with Cinderella and Prince Charming, but the people who steal the show are Lady Tremaine and the two stepsisters, Anastasia and Drizella. But you do get to meet Cinderella there, and you get your picture taken with her. She will come by and visit at your table. She's only at dinner. At breakfast, there are completely different characters there. So if you want to see the stepsisters and Cinderella and Prince Charming, 1900 Park Fair Dinner is a great place to have a meal and meet those characters. So finally, the last movie that I chose that you have to watch before you go to Walt Disney World is only in one park currently, and that is Star Wars. And it's obviously not one movie. So this is the 6 movies, the complete saga, but the saga was not complete, was it? Force Awakens also. You don't have to watch all of them to enjoy everything that is at Hollywood Studios. You have Star Tours, which is a 3D motion simulated ride, multiple story combinations. So it will include things from the different movies. So if you don't know what Hoth is or Tatooine, that, you know, those are included within the ride, and different characters as well. There's also, when you exit Star Tours, there is a store called Tatooine Traders, and it is everything and everything Star Wars. You can build your own lightsaber. You can build your own little droid. T-shirts, clothing, pins, hats, whatever you want, they pretty much have it there. Be prepared, because when you exit Star Tours, you have to walk through Tatooine Traders to get back outside. At Star Wars Launch Bay is brand new, and it is a great area that is dedicated to the movies with movie memorabilia and props. And there's a Chewbacca meet and greet and a Kylo Ren meet and greet, and Jawas walking around, and you can bring things to trade with the Jawas. We have found that things that light up or flash are perfect. They love them. So you can hit the dollar store, and pick up some cheap things to trade with the Jawas, and they will trade stuff back. We got a great monorail pin. So it's a lot of fun. The kids get a big kick out of it, and well, so do the adults. 2 other places that are Star Wars themed are in Echo Lake, where Star Tours is, and that would be the Jedi Training. Currently, Jedi Training, to sign up, is in front of Indiana Jones. And if you want to sign up for Jedi Training, you should be there obviously before rope drop, because you want to be as close to front of the herd as you can at rope drop. And then you head to the left, go past Hollywood and Vine, and it's near Indiana Jones. It's near Indiana Jones to sign up. The kids have to be with you when you sign up, because they ask the kids some pretty basic questions. How old are you? Can you be without a grown-up, without your parents? Can you follow directions? Stuff like that. So it's great. The kids love it. There are 2 stages. There is one up top and one below. Up top, they fight Darth Vader, and in the bottom, they battle the 7th sister, and she is from Star Wars Rebels. I'll put in a little clip right now. It is a ton of fun. The PhotoPass photographer takes great pictures, and he'll give you a little card, and the kids love it. The ages for the children have to be 4 to 12, and it is a must-do for my kids every time we go to Hollywood Studios. And finally, the big finale, Symphony in the Stars, A Galactic Spectacular, the new fireworks show, which currently only has a schedule until October 1st. And, please, Disney, extend the schedule. Plenable. It has the projections and the fireworks, the music. It is a must-see if you are a Star Wars fan. So those are just some of the movies I think you should watch before you go to Walt Disney World. Obviously, as I mentioned before, there are tons that you could, that you should see. Dumbo and Peter Pan and Winnie the Pooh, and even though the ride came first, now that the ride has been changed, Pirates of the Caribbean, Finding Nemo. My kids love what we call the Donald Duck boat ride, which is the Three Caballero ride, the Grand Fiesta in Mexico at Epcot. So there's the Three Caballero movie. There are a ton of movies. And like I said before, I'm going to do a blog post on honorable mentions at some time in the future. So I might do a video on it. I might not. I'm not sure. But I would but definitely check out my blog at www.wdwloveandmama.com for my blog post. I have one. I will link that down below that corresponds with this video. I also have information on Food and Wine, because it's coming. I'm so excited. So that's everything for today, and thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.